get on into it. And if we're going to see Level Up do the same thing they did last time, which we're not, is go through those twin gates and wrap all the way around and get through and get that first blood.
I guess, like, to elaborate more on this Tidehunter last pick, they knew exactly what they're going to play into. Never going to be easy picking Tide into Monkey. You wanted to have team fight. Something that can dispel, like, this RP when they group up. So have a little bit more team fight presence on top of Global Silence. I think overall Tide is a good pick. I just want to see how much he's going to be able to get from the lane. Already seeing adjustments in terms of item build, going for that Windlace, wants to outrun Crystal Maiden. Pugna, like, sure, on level 2, you get the Cripify, so Monkey can't hit. That's going to be like pseudo-save in the lane.
S4. Another blast, Stormhammer, Dahak running, Blood Grenade. They've got the Arcane Curse, another Blood Grenade, and that's going to be first blood for Swedenstrong.
2 times in a row. Getting those blood grenades up as soon as possible. S4 alone in no man's land.
Always buy blood grenades early on. They seem to do a lot of work. They are very strong. And my friend over here, Lacoste, he recommends them.
You use one, you instantly buy the second one. Let's see if it's on the courier. There it is. Same items being delivered to Swedenstrong. 1 blood grenade, 2 mangoes.
Why not? Especially with Hanskin in the lane. Like, this is a Crystal Maiden you could probably kill at level 2. If he's not too careful. Maybe even level 1, considering the fact that you do have Nether Blast as well as the Gush, right?
Yeah, they're going to be strong level 1, putting in some pressure. I like the Gush. He gets close. Now Monkey's starting with Boundless Strike to secure some of these range creeps.
Taking a look at the 3 split here. This mid interaction or this mid change. Oh, Hanskin getting chased. Bottom lane, Boundless Strike will save him. Fairy Fire was used, and that was that Blood Grenade getting used with the Nether Blast and the Gush. So a lot of damage.
Bring another one.
Crystal Maiden to Hawk. He's gonna die for the first time. Not yet.
He didn't buy Healing Salve in the previous series. One thing, like, there's one player that is probably one of the best Sven players out there besides Yatoro, that's Skeeter. And one thing I noticed is he does know matchups really well, knows when he's going to get harassed a lot, brings Healing Salve early on Sven. Right now, the Hawk is in a bit of a awkward spot because his courier was dead. Short skewer, but should be
very
enough.
Dead, yeah. He'll end up falling there to S4, who didn't exactly have an amazing lane, so giving him anything here is going to be changing it to a situation where probably the lane goes way better for Alliance than it did in the first one. But Panglo throw himself to some neutral creeps.
Milan did that same thing after that first kill that they got.
And went all the way to the tier 2 tower, wrapped around and killed himself, and that was what would happen in game 1. So seeing similarities where Alliance have that in this game. Ooh. Kind of stepped into that Aether Remnant. So early on, Lornoff wants that Falcon Blade.
Yeah, you want to get that mana online as soon as possible. I was starting CSing much better than in the previous game. 12 and 4 already. Tidehunter 9 and 2, not too bad for the matchup. Like, they did use a lot of mana early on to harass him, get that Gush going. What's the item coming out on the courier? It's Boots of Speed, so Owned Me knows the matchup, knows that he needs to outrun the opponent, and now Charlie hits level 3. Once you start to put more points in Jingu, this lane is going to be much more difficult for Tidehunter and Pugna.
Yeah, they can't really play it as aggressive as they were in that level 1 where they were going to the Gush Nether Blast combo onto the Crystal Maiden, so not quite going that way. But with the wave pushed up, Omi is going to get a little bit of CS, and then we see Panglo moving over. He's going to swipe that bounty room. Lornoff, who didn't start amazingly. He was second to hit 6 in that mid lane. We'll see what happens with this spirit-to-spirit matchup.
Yeah, this time does have a better matchup overall, having a better start on top of CS, on top of net worth. Going into Falcon Blade, as you mentioned. It's going to be really early Falcon Blade, which makes him tanky. And Hanskin going to drop, but they need to get a return kill here.
Yeah, long melee range. That's going to be a kill. So Charlie's going to get that kill. He'll at least trade. They end up losing this Crystal Maiden for the first time. Meanwhile, there was a Lornoff bottle of a water rune, while Milan, he ended up denying the other one.
And because Hanskin died, he's gonna TP mid lane, refill his
Fill the
bottle.
Yeah.
Everything is fine. Sweet and Strong will do the same thing, refill Lornoff's bottle, who's level 5. Same goes for Void Spirit, so we'll have to see this first rotation coming out from supports. Maybe they can get a kill on Storm Spirit. One Remnant into Blast Off, into Bite should be enough.
Stormhammer, S4. Shockwave then a skewer, but he doesn't pull anybody back.
The good old just getting skewered, does not want to hit him.
No, just kidding. I didn't want to take you anyway.
Soaking up some extra damage from it. A little surprised that 2 times in a row, Alliance didn't block this big camp, which does allow level up to deny some of these creeps.
Big stack here.
He just missed 2. Did kill 1 neutral, but also the lane's gonna push in.
Stormhammer, Arcane Curse.
It missed.
Missed. Huh.
Curse spell.
Didn't quite get that, and well, all the while, like, S4 is just trying to clean up this stack, do the best that he can, get some experience under his belt, and that's fine with him. He's got that early Vanguard that's going to make Dahak a little bit weaker, but the Stormhammer now, Malak doesn't miss that Arcane Curse in the last word this time. Some damage being done, Blast Off landing on Milan, but S4, he needs to run the Arcane Curse. Oh! Survive, he's got the wand, Ponlo, now Shockwave, and the kill on a Milan with the Shockwave landing all the way on the back end of it.
Yeah, this lane 4 level up, not the strongest, not the killer lane by any means. Sven, he even put a second point in Stormhammer, which is fine to lower the cooldown, get some extra damage and control. Still not enough. This Vanguard, perfectly balanced item. Can't die, you need to have like some heavy spell damage to be able to get the kill. They're going in again.
Yeah, Arcane Curse, Stormhammer, S4, last worded, and, well, it looks like the Hawk will have the last word, but as I say that, Arcane Curse again leaving him with 11 health. Ponlo, the blast off in, makes sure that they were able to keep the Magnus alive, but by pushing him out of the lane and having him walk all the way back, it'll open it up for Sven to just CS here and have a bit of a free lane again.
That's massive that he manages to survive 2 times in a row there. Extra armor coming out from the tower, and also pops the magic stick, 1 charge or 2 that he had.
Radiant are scanning.
Milan, meanwhile, look at the stacks he's trying to make. There's a lot of stacks already made here for level up. Some made already by the Storm by himself. You've got Milan moving over to make stacks. They made stacks in that big camp over in the top lane. So, well, yeah, early on, I mean, this is a lot of stacks for just 7 minutes into the game.
11 against 2.
Yep.
Sven, Tidehunter, these are the heroes that can easily recover in the jungle if they're not off to a great start. The Hawk, at this time, can't really do what he did in the previous game, farm both jungle and the lane at the same time, might just go to the jungle.
Big difference here, by the way, is also level up didn't grab both wisdom runes coming into this first 7-minute grab. Lornoff's got that arcane rune. He's gonna ball lightning in. They've got the vortex with the last word goes to the RP, but that is with no follow-up. Oh dear. They try to get Lornoff too, but unfortunately couldn't grab that, and that puts this Sven at level 6, and he's got God Strength. So
pops it immediately.
Yep.
We'll now continue to farm up this big camp. So good rotation, Lornoff. You called him MVP in the previous game. He wasn't as active early on because he was playing against Storm, but now understands where the threat's coming from, having this overwhelming magical damage. It's still holding on to this arcane rune. They want to get another one.
Vortex, Nether Blast, Hanskin dead. Resonant Pulse, that's giving some protection here for the Void Spirit, but there are 3 heroes you need to be careful of, and he's got 18 wand charges as well. Astral Step in onto the Storm.
Cancel his clarity.
Yeah.
Just for that, love it. He knows that even if he's in trouble, gets last word, Arcane Curse, Illusion is in the bottle, can dispel these abilities. But big difference is Charlie's having a much better time. Didn't die a single time so far, level 7, almost on top of the net worth.
More stacks. Look at this. Juicy.
Okay, I want to play with Sweden Strong and Milan. I want them to stack for me. I'll pick Axe. Let's go.
What, so you can waste their stacks?
How do you waste stacks?
I don't know, by feeding 10 times after? I don't know. Or enough. Oh, Vortex, Ball Lightning. Gets out. That was well played.
He's gonna use Scan once to finish off this camp.
Yeah, he needs to be careful of these stacks now. Because they're invading. You need to be able to clean them up. Sweden Strong will take the ones that he sees in the moment. What's Tide doing? We haven't really talked about Omi. He's teleported into the top lane. He's looking for the mech.
Just Tidehunter things.
Yeah.
Wants to provide auras for his team. No shenanigans this time around. No meteor hammers or anything, which I do like. Going for straight mech. Wants to tank up himself and his team. Then put the... He's holding a point,
Vortex.
so...
Oof.
Oof. That was
Hanskin
quick.
dead. Yeah, very fast. By the way, the Hawk's got the Spark of Courage, so he's happy on that one. And then Lornoff, he did end up getting that Occult Bracelet. And with the Hawk coming over towards bottom, I can only assume that he's going to protect this lane and then eventually go for the stacks when he's got God Strength up again, because it's about to run out.
Yeah, why Spark of Courage 18 damage? In terms of gold, Claymore is 1350 for 20 damage. Like, you
So
get that for
about...
free, and you also get extra armor. So if you're like, I'm gonna drop below 50, and I'll get extra armor with Warcry. So need to get ahead of 50, and Sweden Strong will take
stacks.
care of it.
Look at that.
Look at those
Mask of
stacks
Madness.
being cleared right now. No
Look at that
God
gold.
Strength, so we'll take the big camp for now.
He's feasting.
Supports are also there to get some of that XP. And how much is that? 4, 6, 13. Well, only 5 on Alliance.
Hawk's probably like, can you guys leave? Thanks. I want the soul experience. Stormhammer. Global. Uh-oh. Very dead. Void Spirit getting caught. His smoke broke, and he was trying to get behind the tier 1 tower.
I like when Silencer is playing aggressive. With like, this matchup can be really, really bad. If Void Spirit keeps feeding, every global, like, you can move around the map, initiate with global, 1 blink stun from Sven, 1 zip from Storm into Last Word should be enough to get the kill. And now Sven wants to farm those big stacks. Those Ancients, Sweden Strong, level 8 compared to, like, Pugna, sorry, to the Crystal Maiden, who's level 5. Techi's got himself level 7.
Look at just the Sven CS compared to anybody else.
Not fair.
That is insane.
Monkey's
insane.
keeping up, even with all those stacks that he cleared, which means that Charlie is having a blast of a game. Corrosion, going into Echo Saber again.
I guess that's the difference between him now having that and power, right? But they haven't exactly connected much. Sure enough, he was frostbitten for a moment. Trying to go into the early Kaya, and Lornoff got the benefits of some of those stacks as well. When looking to get some stacks of his own and get at least back into the matchup. He is 1,000 gold behind his lane partner. He's also got that Spark of Courage going into the Echo Saber. Universal hero things.
Spark of Courage, if you find it, you take it. Unless you're position 5. Most of the
Then you
heroes
take
do
it.
benefit. Like, how many... There's 3 available on Alliance. There's 1 on Sven. Storm Spirit's not the hero that wants to get it, so 4 in total, but Alliance with 3 on their side.
So 3-man smoke from Level Up. Might be able to find themselves the Void Spirit again. They don't have global. Now they do. It just came off cooldown. Moving with this timing to potentially get a kill here onto the Void Spirit, especially if they could catch him out. And smoke's going to break. Global Sound's going to be used. They go to the Vortex. These heroes on the side of Alliance can't help him out, so he's already dead with the Balance Strike hitting, but they've got themselves the Ravage. That'll come through, stopping the Wukongs. And now Charlie finally gets it off. Sweden Strong's in trouble. The RP's only getting
It's only 1.
Oh no! Oh no! Alliance stocks coming around. Freezing field from Hanskin. They go to the Stormhammer. They get the kill there on the Crystal Maiden. They're going to try and fight. They're looking for the full team wipe, and that's exactly what they're going to get as S4 is on the run, but not fast enough. Skewer gets some distance, and they give up the chase? Yeah.
They're out of mana. Lorinov doesn't have enough. Still big win. And oh my god, Storm's going to find Regeneration Rune. This is huge. This is massive. I mean, they go in, use RP on one. Look at their damage sustain again. 2 points in Warcry. You have the Cripify. Pavis already finished on Pugna. He's super tanky. 1400 HP on Sweet and Strong. He has the same amount of HP as Void Spirit, who's Universal Hero. That I think this says a lot about the state of the game right now.
God. Level up. Just leveling up. Let's take a look at the leg. Go.
Again, yeah, Milan seems to love it.
My leg. Going in. I mean, they killed this Void Spirit so quickly, and then the Ravage just on point right next to Charlie. If he gets that Wukong's off earlier, I could see them potentially doing work here, but look at the ball landing from Lorinov, avoiding the RP. Jump. Easy.
And he's sitting inside Wukong's this whole time. Last word, still on Monkey. Milan comes from the bottom lane, and then they get the kill. They pull him. Wukong finishes.
And it's just going to get harder, right? Because Warcry's only a level 2. Now at level 3.
Yeah. Chuen, he's 0-2 and 0. I don't think I've seen Void Spirit being not involved in a single kill in 15 minutes. He's going to suffer. And again, another global silence. Jump from Storm Spirit should grant him the kill.
Found the Pugna, but he decrepifies himself. Blast off. They've got the Pavis, so he eats a lot of this damage as level up think about going in. And eventually don't, but you can see, like, when you've got Pavis, you give your team an extra moment to figure out, hey, is this the fight we want to be taking?
Also, look at the small items that he bought. Magic Wand, Casual Circlet, another fluffy hat that he's gonna turn into Force Staff, a Cold Bracelet, giving him some magic resistance, extra attributes, and of course Pavis, which does give him exactly what he needs. Another fluffy hat upgrade, extra armor from that Ring of Protection. Some really good fight so far from level up. That seems like Alliance, they want to keep farming. They want to get those items online, have BKB on Monkey King, have the spell mechanic, get this Void Spirit to Manta style, so that he can't really just die immediately. And another smoke. Sven just picked up a Blink Dagger for himself. Global Silence is available. They want to get the big kill.
Lightning Vortex and Arcane Curse. Pongo silenced after the last word, after throwing out that sticky bomb. So they get the kill there, and you know, this is, I wanted to talk about the difference in build between this storm and the last storm, as it's Falcon Blade into the Kai Assange, and now into the Witchblade for Lorinov.
Yeah, he wants to, like, this gives him tankiness. He's also having a much better game. Pugna can play. Sweden Strong's been following Storm Spirit throughout this whole time, replenishing his mana. Witchblade gives you the Blink cancel, gives you the True Strike, and Global Silence. That's not going to save Milan.
Milan, no, not going to save him. Might not even save Sweden Strong, but he goes to the Life Drain, doing some damage. Now, Skewer missed. Shockwave, Astral Step. A little bit sketchy there for Alliance. Blast off. Charlie in. And they're going to go for Own Me. They're trying to get a kill here onto the Tide, but he's got those Guardian Greaves and eventually the Astral Step. So they do catch these heroes out on the side of level up. It's the 3, 4, 5 that drop. Sven, meanwhile, still farming going into the BKB. And he should have that pretty quickly, considering you can disassemble that Echo Saber.
Yeah, but some
good kills for
good
Alliance.
moves, yeah, from Alliance. Moving across the map, getting multiple kills, getting the farm, getting a BKB after finishing off Harpoon on Magnus. They need this item on all cores that can't dispel. That's gonna be like double BKB plus Manta style. It's gonna be huge. I think once they get those items, they should be seeking for a fight. Probably even look for Roshan afterwards if they win it. Joen now holding on to double damage. Last fight he did have Shield Rune available, which made him super tanky. Now it's gonna be all about that damage. Let's see what he finds in this tier 2 token.
All about that damage, not all about that base.
This'll come in handy.
Still holding on in the backpack that tier 2 token. I mean, Spark of Courage is better than some of those tier 2 items that you might find, but...
Yeah, it depends
Radiant are scanning.
whether Gaben loves you or not. Finds Orb of Destruction, which is more than fine.
Yep. So, Orb of Destruction, that's always nice. We saw that Charlie had gotten that with the Desolator in that last game on the Monkey King, but failed to get charges on that Deso.
Charlie will go for BKB. To have something to dispel the global silence, he can sit inside Wukongs, he can't be decrypified, can't be stunned.
Radiant's middle tower.
It's gonna be how they initiate. Still gotta give respect to global silence. S4 can use Harpoon, Skewer, push them closer to Monkey King, to Void Spirit. They could instantly kill some of these targets. Server Ward on the high ground, owned me. No Blink Dagger available yet on Tide, so they need to get in close with that. Lorinov still didn't die in this whole series, which is pretty impressive.
Under has Dot. Still keeping it going. They go to the global silence. They're going to find themselves this Void Spirit again. The Harpoon's going to be used here by the Magnus. They go and throw down the Ravage. No RP's going to be there for S4. Charlie, he'll try to fight, but he's been whipped. He's been slowed. The BKB comes out with the Wukong's command, but is this going to be enough? Ponglo with the blast off. They're out of the circle. Strong's even going to stay in it while Charlie has to retreat from his own Wukongs. They find Hanskin. This is going to be 4 kills for the side of Level Up, losing nothing.
And they're so quick with responding. Some good globals from Milan. The Hawk not afraid to jump in. He knows that his team is going to back him up. Lorinov jumps in. Lorinov was very low in mana. Pops the stick. Gets out of Wukongs. I thought that they might be able to get like 1 kill. 3,000 damage. Yeah, both of these heroes on Level Up. Both position 1 and 2. I mean, these numbers that we're being shown on the screen. 3,000 damage total. That's less than Sven did in the previous fight.
Sheesh. Sven almost hitting that 5K marker. 4,000 net worth lead now for Level Up. That Witchblade online for Storm as well. Going into the Shivas. Storm having that. Sven almost having the BKB. Let's see if he even... after a fight like that, like Sven doesn't really even need to disassemble, right?
Oh, he does have enough gold, so we'll just keep farming with Echo Saber. Knows that they're not going to be taking fights until he gets a BKB. Another global's available in 30 seconds, so I want to see them use another smoke, get advantage going. Oh no, it's the same thing again.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is the same as game 1. Alliance.
Do they have a read on it? Doesn't seem like it.
There's that BKB. I still think with Global coming up, the team right now for Level Up can fight into this Aegis, because it could give Alliance a little bit of false confidence.
Yeah, exactly what Level Up are doing. They just smoked. BKB available on Sven. Ravage in 20. Global Silence is there, so they might need to wait it out a bit. Also, this move on a mid lane like just shows that they're sitting on a mid lane, because they, like, if you click on a creep, there's Swiftness aura. They showed Guardian Greaves aura as well on the range creep, so relatively easy to get the read on it. You just need to click a lot.
Not as sneaky as you think. Arcane Rune for Lorinov, who is still
Charlie steals
unkilled.
Wisdom Rune.
Ooh. That's always good. But still down about 3 levels. Not that much.
In the previous game, it was 6 levels. He was level 14, while Sven was level 20. And again, the Hawk going for early shard. Wants to have that extra armor for his team. Does not want to get it dispelled. I see 2 nullifiers. I talked about the importance of nullifier on Alliance. 1 on Monkey, 1 on Void Spirit in the quick buy.
Oh. Level Up still sticking together, and while that's going on, Alliance are farming up.
In the next fights, they are not going to be able to instantly kill Void Spirit. Holding on to Aegis, has Manta.
Gosh, Dissimulate already used. On me? Okay. It's almost like he knows he's getting baited in. And it's not going to stop them from going forward. Wukong's blast off. They're going to try and get a kill here on a Hawk, who pops the BKB. They go to the Ravage. They've got the Global Silence. They're going to fight here. Void Spirit, low, not dead. Life Drain out. Hanskin falls. They get the Aegis out of the hands of the Void Spirit. They left him low.
Monkey still has
Bomb
Curse
pops
on.
here on Sweet and Strong, but he's still alive. They go and they find themselves S4 and Ponlo, 3 heroes dead on the side of Alliance. They're the ones who engaged on this fight. They lost the Aegis as well, and Level Up come out clean again.
I want to see Alliance just getting the first jump. I know that you got to respect this global, respect this Ravage. I feel like they can take these fights. It's just very sloppy. There was no RP in this fight as well. Void Spirit, as you said, he knows what's coming. Both him and Tidehunter like toying against each other. Every single time we show a fight recap, there's like 2 heroes from Alliance that did 0 damage.
Well, speaking of, 0 damage there on 2 heroes.
Big team fight contribution. Soaked up some of the damage. I mean, if we see the damage received, those numbers would be much higher, huh?
It's the average B-Cop participation in fights. 0 damage and just dying. How it's
Now
done,
with this short pickup, Warcry,
Tormentor.
Undispellable, extra 6 armor. Who's gonna get it? I'm down for Silencer in this scenario more than Pugna.
As long as he lives. As long as they commit. Oh my god.
It's gonna region up.
Yeah.
It's still tricky. Like, I think a lot of people, even pro players, don't understand how tanky this thing is. If you don't have damage like straight away, it's gonna survive.
A little bit of a waste of time there. Looks like they're gonna group up again. They've got the supports over mid together.
Lauren
And
off. Looking at his Storm Spirit, perfect gameplay so far.
Yeah.
He's level 17 Shiva's Guard, about to be picked up. Holding on to Gem that Milan bought. They want to see all the wards. They want to get the first jump. With Shiva's Guard, yeah, he can sit inside Wukong's even.
more armor.
I would say, yeah, the plus Warcry, how much armor is that going to be? Like, right now, he's sitting at 32. Add Warcry, which is not amplified by this
Yet.
level 20 talent. Level up. Going for tier 2 tower. In terms of tower damage, Pagana has some chip damage this time. I don't think you want to go for, like, slow siege with the Hawk, because you can get punished. The Hawk's providing vision for the team. He's ready to jump in. Getting revealed with this Crystal Noah.
Yeah, they saw him for a second, but they're gonna go and look for the Sven. Can they finally get a kill into Hawk? They'll go in through down the Wukong's command, but they just can't get these kills. S4, he used that RP, but I don't know what they're getting out of this other than Omi, but Omi gets the Ravage off. He's stuck by the Aether Remnant. He's still
Sven's
alive.
ready to jump in.
They get the kill on a Hanskin. They're gonna Astral Step on a Omi, but the Life Drain from Sweet and Strong. Harpoon, Skewer.
Into
All
tier
right,
4s.
Omi's into
Okay,
the tier
that's a bit-
4s. Leave him to die. All right.
Under attack.
That's a bit too deep. He's tanky, but not
Not that
tanky.
tanky.
So, I like that the Hawk is holding onto his BKB for a very long time. Doesn't click it immediately. This time he didn't go for God Strength, so his damage output is very low. Still gotta give respect to Alliance. Like, their teamfight is super strong. 1 Techie's Blast Skewer, 2-man RP inside Wukong's. Those heroes are gonna get deleted immediately. Look how patient the Hawk is. He was in a good spot, but also nice play there from Hanskin to reveal him, which puts him in a difficult position. And still holding on to BKB. He's gonna pop it just now. Was waiting for that Force Staff.
And then that RP kind of,
Kinda.
very, Own me. He survives for a long time. Eventually, you got to give up on him, right?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is where you say bye-bye.
All right. See you later.
Have a nice summer, Watermelon. We have to leave you. Chuan. Let's see if they can maybe find him here. No global. Does have Manta, so getting a kill on Void Spirit is going to be much more difficult. Charlie. He's jumping in.
Bring Warnoff. Warnoff. Is he going to try to turn this, maybe? He's got some help, though, here for the side of Alliance.
Monkey down to half HP. Lorenov's like, yeah, you want to mess with me, bro? I have Shivas, I have a Defiant Shell as well. Both heroes having Defiant Shell. A crazy interaction. You hit someone, then they hit you back. It's really good on Monkey. All it takes is 1 second, and you have those Jingus up with Echo Saber.
So they're gonna jump, they're gonna go, they find Polo, and they'll get the kill onto the techies. Sweden Strong with another one.
Sweden Strong has a lot of farm on this
7, 4,
position
and
for
11.
Pugna. Etherlands, Pavis, Force Staff, level 14.
$20-9. I mean, this is the number that Alliance failed to break in the first game.
And they say NA people are bad at math. I love this one, Bika. You actually paid attention to the exact number. I'm sure they're gonna get over 9 in this game. There's no way. Roshan respawn, minute and 40 seconds. It's gonna be on Radiant side.
Ooh.
Radiant's middle tower.
For the love of God, fix this, Watchers. It's still so confusing. Like, is it red because it's enemy? Is it red because it's dire?
Yeah, they really, that's just such an easy change, right?
It has to be fixed in the next patch. Without a doubt. On me. As Blink
Aether
Dagger
Remnant.
now.
All right, they caught him. Skewer, Harpoon, they're gonna bring Omi back. He's got Ravage, Boundless Strike, and they look like
now.
they might get him. They will. All right. So they get that 1 kill. They end up losing Ponlo. Tide has no buyback, but Wukong's is used, and there's still a minute till Roche is up. Dahak is in. Global Silence, RP with the BKB, but that's all to run. Ball Lightning back in. S4 is still gonna drop here. Hanskin now running and trying to hide in these trees, but they've got the life drain. They'll get the kill. Sweden Strong now dominating. And Charlie has to stick in the trees.
Charlie still wants to take a fight. This Nullifier definitely is a game changer against these Force Staffs, against Pavis, against the Vorcry, which is not dispellable anymore because of the shard pickups. Sven also does have his Nullifier available.
So damage from Sven again, very high. And of course you had that one hero with 0 dying and 0 damage. And Roche is up.
As always.
5 seconds. Sweden Strong here to see it through.
I see Onmi's trying to pick up the small Ravage, going for that shard, Tendrils of the Deep.
Ooh.
It's a cool one. I think Heaven's Halberd also a lot of value. You can't really get stunned. You pop it on Monkey King. Should be enough to just buy a little bit extra time if you manage to get it and survive. Like Guardian Greaves, maybe a Force Staff when one Nullifier is down. Speaking of Nullifier, Chuen, he did go for Black King Bar and now going back to Nullifier. Which is also fine. Needs a little bit more protection for himself. If he's empowered, definitely doesn't have any damage issues. Uh-oh. The good old combo.
I immediately regret my decision. Okay.
Dire's middle tower.
5-man smoke. Not gonna be there in time. They back up immediately. Everybody TP's out from the side of level up.
Ooh, man, Lorenov really popping off. Again, like both cores, both 1 and 2 position. Didn't die a single time. Lorenov about to finish off his Hex in 1,000 gold.
Could sell the Falcon Blade.
Nah, he's keeping that for now. Needs that mana regen.
Psychic Headband for the Silencer.
Are you one of those guys that like buy something, you're like, yeah, I like my PS5, then you play some shitty games and you're like, well, I want to sell it now, then you get like 30% value?
Going to GameStop, I'd like to trade this in for some credit. Well, let's bring in my PS5 guy. I could say it's only worth about $20, so we'll give you 10 for it. Oh,
Dire's
okay.
bottom tower
Sounds good. I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take it. Can I buy a copy of Grand Theft Auto 5? No, that's still a $60
That's
game
60,
somehow.
yeah.
What?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That's not fair. Don't. There's that Hex. And he did sell that Falcon Blade.
It did? Okay. You guys love to sell stuff.
Pretty pog.
Dire are scanning.
Scan connects. Now it's not. So they're right here. They're waiting. They're looking. Got this Hex. Could start it off by getting a kill onto Charlie if they find him, but the ball landing in's a little bit late. And now he's just cliffed up here.
Ooh, S4 might show. He just showed. He's gonna get hexed.
Oh, yep. That is a very dead Magnus showing with the new Hex. And, well, Ornoff gets another kill. That's going to be the tier 2 tower dead as well. God Strength was just popped, so if they really want to push the high ground, they can. They also thought about going into the Tormentor.
They want to see if Magnus does have
Astral
buyback
Step.
available.
Nullifier, ball landing, Hex once again. There's the Ravage to follow it up. The 4-step to try and get the Monkey King out of this one, but the Tendrils of the Deep.
Mini
they got
Ravage.
control. They get the kill on the Charlie, Arlo, and Hanskin. So 3 heroes dead immediately on Alliance. They'll break the high ground, full health, and then eventually full mana from Sweet and Strong, who's just got this life drain on him. Look at that.
Back to full mana.
Everything,
That
yeah.
was excellent initiation from Storm.
Okay.
Gets the jump. They kill off Mag, and yeah, it seems like Level Up is very crisp with their execution. Seems like they're not wasting any time. They pop God Strength just to make sure that he dies immediately on Magnus. He doesn't have buy, and now they go for this tier 3 tower that they're gonna go take, like, probably even more. Take this tier 2 tower on the mid lane.
Take the Tormentor if they wanted. They're a little far from it now.
Radiant's middle
I was going to say the Alliance Tormentor. Because they thought about that for a second. But instead, they'll just steal the Wisdom Rune.
Storm, when he's near Warcry, has like 85% physical damage reduction. So he's not afraid of Magnus, Monkey, Nether Void Spirit. Right now, he's sitting at what, 73%. Sven hit that level 20, so that's gonna
Has
be
10 extra
31 extra armor in total. Almost Courier's gonna die. Now the Hawk also has
Picked
big
up
damage item. He feels like, oh, I need more damage. So instead of upgrading the Echo Saber, goes for Daedalus immediately. Doesn't have Boots of Speed, so his
Fucking a
move
little
speed
bit
not the highest. Warcry does help out.
Then going for the Harpoon, but for right now, he's going into the Daedalus, so. All lightning. Nobody here anymore. No. Ornoff, he's level 23, also looking towards that level 25. Keeping up with the Hawk. We'll take
Looking
the
for that
bottom tier
25,
2.
26. Looking for that level 30 as well.
Yeah, very close to level
Very
30.
close. Like, level 23 is not, like, close to 25. It's, like, very big difference. They need to take a full team fight to win it, and I'm not sure if he would be level 25, if there's 5 heroes around him.
Radiant's bottom
It's
tower
close, though, numbers-wise. Relative.
No, I love some 25. Storm getting another
Ball,
jump.
Yeah, Ball Lightning Hex.
That's
There's
a
an
big
Nullifier, Stormhammer, and 80 seconds without Charlie. Not really sure what Alliance can do at this point without this Monkey King. Might be forced to buy back if they just go into the high ground. Pretty rough. And they've just played the pressure game, right? Like, Alliance can't even move out of their base. They'll go to the Blink. They've got the Skewer, but again, Omi should be able to survive, especially when there's a ball landing into a Ravage. And they've got the
hits
Vortex,
everybody.
S4, Hanskin, everybody in trouble. They go to the Global Silence to follow it up. Full team wipe for the side of Level Up if they could just grab this Techies and will. And what do you do, Meow, for Alliance? Maybe it's time to call.
Yeah, definitely looks like it. Alliance completely overran in 2 games. There's not much they can do. This game, they look better than in game 1. But this one, again, they show them they can do it better. You're like, oh, you want to play Pugna Storm against us? We'll show you how it's done.
The 1-2 comparison here from Storm in those games is just massive, and now they're both level 25 for the Hawk and Lornoff, so we got there. Full team wipe.
Radiant's middle
Tier 4s.
Listen, RP on 5, skewer back.
Here we go.
Lornoff spamming, get ready. Get ready for some skewers back. I think everybody who played Dota lost the game like that, but he's getting ready to hex him.
Or staff. Stormhammer. Now there's the BKB from the Hawk. Four staff back. They're setting up his 5. Maybe they could get it. Ooh, no. All right, they're gone. Never mind. Just can't close the distance.
They understood that can't really mess with Magnus when you are sieging tier 4 towers. That's the easiest skewer of his life. So like even the Hawk pops the BKB. He's like, yeah, I don't want to die this series. Arcane Rune top. They've been controlling power runes ever since like minute 15 pretty much. Lornoff picked up every single one of those.
I truly don't remember any power rune that Alliance grabbed this game.
There was one shield rune and one illusion rune on Void Spirit. That's what I remember.
Right, the Void Spirit with the shield rune bottom when they got those kills. That was on Omi. Yeah. Tormentor. Not tormenting anything. So, they've got the shard now on the techies. That's that reactive taser upgrade, but still a long way from making it happen for this Alliance team down 30,000 net worth.
Yeah, everything's fine. You're playing against Mega Creeps. You do have Magnus, you do have Monkey King. So you have one more fight available. You're going to be able to push out the lanes. Okay-ish. It's just you step up too far, Storm Spirit's going to jump in.
Yep.
Hex has Timeless Relics, a longer duration Hex. Hits level 25. Overload bounce. Didn't go for the other talent.
Stormhammer duration for that level 25 on the Sven.
are scanning.
So almost level 30 then. Very close, very close. They could just wait for next Roche. Not too far away, 40 seconds. So with Alliance stuck in their base, Roche is pretty much guaranteed here for a level up, but they're going to 5-man smoke. We'll see if they just jump the base, look to finish the game, take up the side of Alliance, and close this one up. Just the throne exists for the side of Alliance, not even the shrines or anything. Those
Nothing.
Nothing
That's
there.
just it.
The
That's the
statues
only
are all
building.
gone. Yeah.
Plant the tree.
Right on
Use
the edge of the
Iron
base.
Branch. Get something else in the base. Storm with the jump.
Global Silence is going to be used. They'll go for Charlie. They've got the 4-staff back, but the Vortex pulls him back in. They go to the Ravage. That's going to land on a couple of these heroes with being KBB Popeye. Charlie, he'll try to fight this. Wukong's Nullifier back and forth. Sven down to about half health, and Sweet and Strong, good RP. All right, starting to connect. Maybe Sven will die here, but he's still right-clicking so hard. They get the kill on Apollo, and the creeps are into the base, and they just lose the creeps. So a 2-0 there for a level up. They take their attention away as the creeps kill off the game. And, well, Alliance fall to this level up squad.